So CELPIP writing task 1. CELPIP writing task 1 is an email. Writing task 2 is a survey. I'm going to be doing a survey tutorial shortly. So the first step for the email is reading the prompt. So what kind of email is it? Is it a complaint email, a thank you email, a request? Is it formal, semi-formal, informal? What are the things that you have to do in the email? Who are you writing to? This is very important because, of course, you need to know what you have to do. Also, one of the things that they're looking for is how well you adjust your writing style to the situation. So here's a sample prompt. You can see here that you'll have 26 minutes. So here's the situation. You recently made reservations for dinner at a very famous and expensive restaurant in town. However, the meal and the service were terrible. The restaurant manager was not available to solve the problem, so you left without a resolution. Write an email to the restaurant's manager in about 150 to 200 words. Your email should do the following things. Okay, and then you have 3 things here that you have to do in the email. The word count is important. Don't go below that or above that. The second step is to make a brief outline. So take a couple minutes, decide any details, make point form notes, make sure all parts of the prompt are covered. So I'd go back here. So you can I would just copy and paste these into the writing box. And for example, state what problems you had with the food you ordered. You could just write like, my soup was cold, the main course took more than an hour to arrive. So step 3, begin to write. You must include 4 components. I'm going to, in the description of the video, I'll put them in. Will take around 20 minutes to write, and leave time at the end for editing and proofreading. So the first component here is the salutation. So this is the greeting. It's going to change depending on who you're addressing. So we have Dear Sir, Madame for formal, to whom it may concern, formal. Dear Mr. Smith, formal. That one would be good for the restaurant manager. And then Dear Mike, it's first name, so it's informal. Pay special attention to the uppercase letters here and where the comma is. So you put the greeting, you put the comma, and you put some spaces. 2, opening sentence, main purpose. So you can't just launch into your complaint here or your email. You need to break the ice. So you can say something like, I would like to register a complaint about the experience I had at your restaurant last week. For something more informal, you can say, how are you? It's been a long time since we saw each other. So the first sentence here, you're telling them what you're writing about. So then we have the body here. So the body is going to take 2 to 3 paragraphs. So the first sentence of the body is this opening sentence, and then you start with the body. So you list the complaints and the items in the email. So we're going to use things like first of all, secondly, moreover, because to order your ideas, to make it as coherent as possible, because the markers of this exam have lots of emails to look at. So to make their life easier and make sure you get a great mark, it should be very easy to read and very coherent. So we're going to finish off with a closing sentence. So you can't just say, oh, I had a bad time at your restaurant, okay, bye. You need to finish it off with something forward-looking and positive and gracious. So I thank you in advance for your prompt attention. That's very formal. Bye for now, informal. And then the last thing that you need to include, so after that you put some spaces, and then you include here the salutation or sign off. Okay, so we have sincerely yours, formal, best regards, formal, hugs and kisses, of course, informal. You put that with only a capital at the beginning of it, and then lowercase like capital B, and then lowercase r for regards, and then the comma, some spaces, and then your name. It can be a made-up name or your name, whatever. The last step is to proofread and to edit. This is very important because, of course, they want to see how good your English is. So, are there any spelling mistakes? Are there grammar mistakes? Am I missing any punctuation? Did I address all 3 bullets in the prompt? Did I write a proper greeting and sign off? How many words is it? Do I need to shorten or lengthen it? And that's it. So you should practice a lot with different prompts. They're available online on the Paragon website. Also, if you just Google like CELPIP email prompts, you'll have many, but I think the ones from the CELPIP website are the best to start with. Get lots of feedback. I think that with writing, because it's a productive skill, it is important to get feedback either from a native speaker or even better, a teacher. And so my next video is going to be about the survey. Thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions.